welcome to my channel. So you think you have too much basil? Everybody should have that problem. So what I'm going to do today, I'll show you what to do with a lot of basil. Of course, you could always dry it to preserve it for the winter or whatever. Today what I'll be doing is making a sauce out of it with butter, tomatoes. It's something that I saw a long time ago when I was spending my summers in Italy. My cousin took me to her aunt's house, and she was serving lunch for her children. And here she was using actually really ripe tomatoes from the garden and a lot of basil. She had a lot of basil and a lot of tomatoes. So what she was doing was just squeezing the tomatoes to make a sauce out of it, putting it in a pot with some butter, and basically that's all she used, and it was delicious. And it always reminds me of those summers. Every time I make this sauce, it reminds me of those wonderful summers I spent in Italy with my cousins and my relatives there. And I did, everybody raves about this sauce that I have made for I've given away recipes. There really is no recipe, basically. I just do whatever I want to put in. I want to put in a lot of basil, I put in a lot of basil. If I want to put butter in, a lot of butter, I put that in, and it always comes out really great. So you should just give this a try. It's really good. So let's get started then. This is the basil I collected today, and it's for a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes I'm using. Okay, the basil has been rinsed and taken off the stems, and what I will do next is just to chop it up a little bit. And it looks like could be about, I would say, maybe 2 cups worth of basil, just as it is this way. The basil has been chopped. It's a rough chop, and this is the way it should look. I've added the crushed tomatoes to the pot with 1.5 sticks of butter, and we'll let this heat up on a medium-low for a little while before adding the basil. Just keep stirring until the butter is all melted, and then we will add the basil then at that point. I'm adding also a 1/4 teaspoon of salt at this time. Here I have added more butter because it didn't taste quite right. So so far it's 2 sticks of butter in here. And I was just thinking that if you have sweet cherry tomatoes ripened from the garden and you feel like making this sauce, this would be the perfect tomatoes to use in this case, because it gives it a little bit of sweetness to it also. And here I've added the basil, and I'm stirring it for a little while here until it gets a little wilted. And we'll just let this, so far it's been 10 minutes that the butter has melted. And so we'll let it cook for another maybe half hour or so, and that's it. And the sauce is done at that point. Get back to you later when it's all done. I should mention to lower the heat to very low and let it simmer for a half hour, stirring occasionally just to make sure that it doesn't burn. Okay, it's been a half hour, and this is what the sauce looks like. And it's done. It tastes very good. It's delicious. Thank you for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you do make this at some point. Like you could see, it's very simple to do. I did want to make gnocchis, but I just didn't have time today. I will be using it over tortellinis tonight. And at some point I will make a video on the potato gnocchis, which are also very good and very easy to do as well. Thank you. Till the next time.